It's high stakes, boys, but I'm here to win.
You don't stand a chance in hell.
This is a joke. Where I come from, we burn these for fuel.
I didn't know I was surrounded by amateurs tonight.
I could tell you're all bluffing.
I guess I could buy another house or a nice cardboard box to live in.
There's a lot of power players here, but chances like this only come once a year. So let's not be cowards. All in.
It's too rich for my blood. I'm out.
Not like this.
And live from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's CES 2026. What's going on, everybody? Stubbs here from Retro Handhelds. We are here for a special episode, the final episode of Season 5 with our CES 2026 wrap-up coverage. On our panel today, we have Mr. Mike of Team Retro.
Hi, everybody.
Our good friend Zoo of Zoo Reviews. We have, of course, Rob, the Retro Tech Dad.
Hey, everyone.
D. And Zoo's sometimes friend, Russ from Retro Gamecore.
Hello, everyone.
This week's been okay as far as friendship.
I feel like you guys have really been okay on solid footing.
Yeah.
I haven't made any enemies this week
Yes.
yet.
Not yet.
There's still time.
When you guys saw Gwen Stefani in concert, it was a really uniting moment, I feel like.
It's true.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't think that's
Forged the fires of
I don't
friendship.
think that's.
That
one
concert
of
was
us enjoyed
bananas.
it.
I think
much
that
more
was
than the
actually a
other.
moment for Zoo and Andrew, if anything.
Yeah.
I think we all united on how old she's gotten.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
Andrew is laid out somewhere. We don't know where he is, but we hope to find him at some point.
Rip Andrew.
Rip.
Poor Andrew.
He had to go home early, truth be told. But there's lots to talk about for CES. We're just going to be highlighting some things we found interesting. Nothing too crazy in depth here, but first thing that really stood out to me was OhSnap's MCon, which they finally brought the retail to life. I saw it in person with my hands, and Mike even
I have one right here.
He actually got
finally
one.
got his order in.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. So this thing is pretty nice.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the final build?
I really like it. It's a little top heavy, I'll give it that. It is a little smudgy on the black model fingerprint wise, but it weighs nice, it's pretty compact, and I'm going to be honest with you, I've been playing Apple Arcade games more than I ever have. Like, I have Backbones, I have GameSirs, I have all kinds of stuff, and this is the only one that's gotten me to actually get into Apple Arcade, play some Power Wash Simulator, some Sonic Dream Team. I've really been enjoying this.
Nice. Is it pretty comfortable to hold in the hands there?
It is pretty comfortable. I don't really like having it flat.
Yeah.
It's not so much, but I'm glad that these
The grips make a big
grips,
difference.
these
they
grips come out,
really-
and yeah, I can reach all the buttons just fine. This actually comes out if you need a kickstand and you want to just play it tabletop. Pretty versatile.
Nice.
The only real downside is that when you're not playing it, it's not really feasible to keep it attached to the phone. So you have to have extra pocket space for it. So you might have to put it in your back pocket or in your front pocket next to a wallet or keys or something. So it's not as portable as it should be.
Yeah.
But I think they're working on something that we saw this week
Yeah.
that could potentially fix that issue.
Yeah, they have two new versions out. They have a slim and then a light. Russ, you were kind of telling me about the
Yeah.
specs.
So they're basically making two slimmer models, and these are like maybe by the end of the year. Like, this is a way far out concept thing. You know, they're kind of rough still. But yeah, there's a light model and a slim model. Light model, they're saying, is about 10 millimeters in thickness. The slim one is 5 millimeters. The light one has 3D like pads, like, you know, like 3DS kind of style, you know, Retroid
Yeah,
flip.
they're like
one.
sliders, basically.
Yeah, sliders. And then the other one, the slim one, has like almost like Steam controller pads on them. Like
It's like
circular pads.
not quite Xperia Play, but it's kind of like a hybrid between the two. So it's kind of interesting to keep it really thin.
And
really nice.
each of them do click down L3 and R3, which is surprising. Yeah, but they're all concepts, and they don't really have any idea. I personally thought, you know, they're so similar to one another that they should just focus on making one really good slim product.
Really good, solid one. The
Yeah.
sliders, you know, the prototype still was a little slippery getting my
it
thumbs
was a
around.
little rough. Yeah.
So I actually preferred the haptic based ones, you know, the super slim. And that actually felt good. And I played a little bit of Minecraft, and I was like, okay, I could see myself using this. You know, it's super thin, snaps onto your phone.
It's a lot more feasible if you want a portable controller. If you want something
Yes.
a little bit more responsive, a little bit grippier, and you don't mind having to keep it somewhere else where your phone is, then the one that's coming out is probably better for you. But
It feels closer to his original vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
in the
you
way he
can
wanted
see
something
the
pocketable.
issue with it. I mean, look how bulky that whole
Yeah.
package
It's just-
is.
yeah,
You know, and like, I mean, if we can get it to a point where it's much thinner, then you actually would keep it in your pocket and it becomes much more functional that way.
Right.
So I mean, that's like, no one's putting that in their pocket.
No.
So are you-
It's just not happening.
Are you putting it in your pocket?
No, it's the same as the RG slide. It got too big, too bulky.
That might be
And
that
now
might be
it's like,
thicker.
what's
That might
the
actually
point?
be thicker than the
It's
RG
too big
slide.
for your pants?
Yeah,
All right.
I got them slim fits.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. What I've been doing
Let's see.
is I've been keeping my wallet on my phone and putting that in my pocket, and then I'll keep this in my other front pocket. And then if I
Yeah.
find an opportunity where I need to use it, I'll just connect them both. And
And that's the biggest problem with it, because then the argument is, well, you can just grab like one of these on your phone and not drain the battery life on your phone and
Brick hammer.
have a separate
Yeah.
device for that. So
that's the
Yeah.
unfortunate case
Yeah.
is because this has a same pocket profile as one of these smaller
Yeah.
handhelds, like the Brick or the
Miu Mini right
Miu
there.
Mini. Yeah,
Yep.
you know.
I mean,
Yeah, I
even-
guess if you want to use your iPhone specifically, but yeah, look at that.
that's kind of wild.
Yeah.
results speak for themselves.
But
All right.
Josh is really excited about the thinner model. He seems really passionate about getting it just right. So
Right.
I think that might get in a lot more hands and might be a lot more feasible to people than this one is. But I still enjoy it. I prefer more of a full size controller.
I think the way he put it to
Nice
me
and
was
meaty in
that
your hands.
yeah, the way he put it to me was that like that one, if they could go back in time and change that, the regular slim or the slim or the light one, that would be the MCOM.
Yeah.
That would be the MCOM Pro.
Pro.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like because it has
And
all
even
those
like
additional
pricing
features.
too, because I think they mentioned like the Slim Light was going to be
They're targeting
70.
$60. Yeah.
Yeah, so half the price of what
Better.
that is, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
a much better market to be in, I think. You know,
And this was the early bird Kickstarter price of $100. So
Right.
this is going to be $150 now at retail.
Right.
And
that's
that's
a tough sell.
Going to Best Buy.
That's a very tough sell, especially when the Backbone Pro is $129, and then you get even lower with GameSir, and their products are like $30-$40.
Right.
Tell you what, that dog won't hunt.
No, you don't think so?
Not too much.
What about something else in a similar vein? GameSir's bringing their own spin on this whole thing. They're doing the Pocket Taco. That's the real name. The Pocket Taco.
We tried to tell him.
Yeah.
Of all the names. Of all
I
the
said,
names.
"Do you know what that means? I want you to get a phone and look it up. Go to Urban Dictionary. You're gonna find something. Might make you reconsider." But they didn't care.
It's bold. It's a
me-
bold
it's
strategy.
memorable.
It's
It's
a
memorable.
bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it plays
People are
out.
going
Yeah,
to
that
be
pays
searching
off.
for the wrong thing on accident.
Yeah. So, naming aside, it is a DMG, style accessory there. We saw it originally last CES. We're like, oh, it's a cool prototype, and now they're actually getting this ready. And it looks cool. I don't know. What do you... What's your...
It's neat. It's Bluetooth, so it's not going to, like I was worried you were going to have to do capacitive touch on the screen, and there are people who've tried to make solutions like that. They never pan out. And so I like that it's Bluetooth. It's kind of neat. It's slim. They got a little case for it. You can pop it out and stuff, but we'll see. I don't ever see myself in a situation where I wish I just had a little controller on my phone right now. And,
Yeah.
I'm not the use case for it.
It's only a little bit smaller than the Mini Mini Plus, so at that point,
It's the same argument. Yeah.
Either way, we're going to be unboxing it on this podcast
Pretty soon.
very quick here.
I tell you what, though, it has the damn near a replica of the DMG D-pad.
Mm-hmm.
It has the same kind of buttons. It looks
Yeah.
The
like
coloring,
bottom
I mean,
part of
everything
DMG.
on it. They nailed it. Yeah.
Spot on.
Yeah.
One thing I did notice when I was talking to one of the engineers, I was trying it out on my phone, and I have this kickstand type thing on it, and I couldn't get it to fit. And he said between my case and the kickstand thing, which is this is adhesive on, he said it wouldn't work. He said it was more engineered for like slimmer cases or no cases. So if you like rugged cases, it's probably not going to be for you.
There's always a compromise with
Yeah.
these things. You know what I mean? It's maybe we're not the target audience for it.
Because I actually did, like, for fun, I had my wallet attached here, and I tried to clip it on, and it wouldn't work.
You
I
couldn't
wasn't,
do it
I wasn't
either,
surprised, but
Yeah.
without the wallet, it was fine. I mean, like, my case, it would work fine with this case, but, you know, it's the same thing. I mean, like, it comes, like, with a storage case that you can put it in, and that's the thing. It ends up becoming the size of, like, a TrimUI Brick or a Miu Mini, and it's, like, same argument.
Yeah.
Why would I not just carry a separate dedicated handheld instead, you know?
Right.
I mean, these products are definitely meant for someone. You say it all the time. The best handheld or the best gaming device is the one you have on you. So if you have all you have on you is your phone and that little thing, then that's the best
That's
thing.
the problem. It's still a separate piece. So
Yeah.
if you forget that accessory,
Then
your best
still
device is
touchscreen,
still the
yeah.
phone, but just with the
It
touchscreen.
was
Yeah.
interesting that Hyperkin of all people have this little, like 8-bit. It even has like the the ridges on it, like it's an 8-bit sprite. It's like a keychain, and it's just this super tiny Bluetooth controller. And obviously, it's
See,
not going to
that's
be
a little more
it's not going to
practical.
be your first bet.
No, but
but
if you have it
on
with your
bag or
keys,
something,
It's a lot
Yeah.
cheaper than spending $150,000 on a robot.
there's that too. Especially a robot to rip your hand off.
Yeah.
You mean a robot that you're trying to kill me with?
Listen, I did not try to kill you with the robot. I just wanted to test out what was possible with the robot. Yes, it was taking human commands, and it said, shake my hand, please. Very nice. Nice to meet you. But then Mike was standing there, and so I said, can you take a couple steps forward towards Mike? And it said, okay. And I said, well, can you attack Mike? And it wouldn't do
He
it.
got really close.
It got to the point.
He got really, really close.
And I said, thank you. Now we know that we're safe still. Everything's fine. They won't.
The problem is that you put the command. You didn't tell him when to execute the command.
Right.
So I could very much go home, be greeted at the airport by this robot, and no longer exist.
That thing moved really slow.
No,
the
they
battery
said-
life was terrible. It's not going to track you down.
Yeah, they said
Yes.
they programmed it to love.
Okay.
That's a different robot.
yeah.
We didn't find that.
We didn't
Cut.
find that section.
You're getting your
Cut.
robots confused.
Cut. What do you guys think about the steering wheel that GameSir's adding onto their controllers? Right in the middle, the old Nacon for the PS1 had that same thing. Does this make sense? Does it look cool? I mean, I kind of like the idea.
Did you try it?
Yeah, I played around with it.
Yeah, I loved it. So he had it set up with a driving game.
Yeah.
And so you hold your controller. It's kind of like PlayStation style.
Yeah.
You hold your controller, and there's this big wheel right in the center. It's hefty. It's a heavy thing, and you then steer with your thumbs as you're holding the controller. And at first I was like, this is dumb. And then as soon as I started doing it, I was like, this is great.
This is awesome.
There's a lot of rumble involved. I think that's why it's so heavy. There's a lot of motors and stuff. And so I'm like feeling it as I'm accelerating, as I'm braking, as I'm going over things. Like the wheel itself was shaking. It's the closest I've seen to playing a racing game that feels awesome compared to an actual like steering wheel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Which they had one of those too.
they
They
have
did. It was a nice one.
and this one, I didn't even realize the controller, it had these little nubs on each side too.
Yeah.
Those are for adjusting your right analog stick. So if you needed to, adjust your camera or whatever, because you don't have your analog sticks,
Yeah.
traditional ones, so you still have the ability to do that. It kind of felt like the ones on the 3DS, those little nubs.
Yeah.
Kind of
Oh, yeah.
like the old
Like a
IBM.
ThinkPad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It was
So-
comfortable. I played with it, but I didn't get to play with it inside of a game.
No,
though, so
it
that would've
totally
been-
changed it once I actually
Let
played the
me
game.
reserve any thoughts then. Let me play with that more.
I mean, one of the big things with people who like playing games with steering wheels is they have to have that force feedback. They have to have that responsiveness, and to get that in a portable format is a pretty good idea, because I have one of those Logitech steering wheels at home, and it's a pain in the neck
It's
to
so
set it up.
hard
It's
to do it.
clunky and it's
Bulky,
cumbersome.
wires
If you don't have
everywhere.
it set up correctly, it
Yep.
can turn upside down because of the force feedback. So to get that portable for people who just want to pick up and play a racing game, it's a good concept.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, the way I would describe it is like, as I was using it, I was like, oh no, I'm going to hit a wall. And I got nervous,
Yeah.
you know,
But
and
you
then I
could
was
quickly
wait,
turn.
I'm actually at CES right now. I'm not in a car,
Right.
you know, nothing will happen if I hit this wall. But I still was like, oh, geez.
You mean unlike
like I was
Zeus
feeling
driving,
Look,
he was an actual driving simulator with a full steering wheel.
I had that same feeling though. I was going all over the place, and I was like, "Oh, this is it. I'm gonna die." And I had like a slight little like butterflies, and I was like, "No, brain, you have a set of goggles on."
It's
You're
like
fine."
you've seen Final Destination 2 and the log comes at you. You're just going to accept it at that
I
point.
drove right into a pole and flipped
Yeah,
the
you're
car
just gonna-
upside down.
Jeez.
And
Sort
then
of accept it.
I went limp in real life. I got disconnected from the Matrix.
Which is cool to have that momentary out of body perspective on things.
It was like
really
a split
puts it in
second where I was like,
context.
"Oh shit, no, it's okay, it's okay."
Yeah,
It's okay.
but you came back to your body, which
I
was
came
awesome.
back from my body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have that. I just like, it was like, oh, I don't want to hit this wall. That's about as far
Well,
as
you
I
didn't
got.
have the whole thing on your head.
Right.
You weren't in a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't, with the amount of blood, it was crazy that you lived.
Yeah.
You're doing the podcast.
That's why they give you so much.
Let's cut. GameSir also is doing a collaboration with Hyperkin, I heard, which is pretty crazy.
Yes.
Mhm.
This was one of my highlights of
I
the
was
show.
gonna say this is probably one of my favorite things I saw at the show.
Yeah.
as
Because
well.
if the codename Swift Drive isn't your cup of tea, maybe the Modular X5 Alteron is.
Alderaan?
Alteron.
No, Alteron.
Alter,
They
A-L-T-E-R-O-N.
blew up all
They
around.
blew up Alderaan. They did.
It's like a 1,000
I thought it was like a
voices called
tribute-
out
tribute.
and then suddenly
Yeah.
we're silenced.
I think with this device, I think 1,000 voices will call out and be very happy.
Yeah, because they're modular. You can swap out the buttons. They got the N64 variant.
so cool.
What do you guys think on this?
I think it's fantastic.
Same.
This was one of my absolute favorite parts of the entire
Nice.
show. And they specifically said, like, yes, this will work with phones. Yes, this will work with tablets. But the primary focus was Nintendo Switch Online. So if you're going to be playing GameCube on the Switch 2, it's all Bluetooth. There's no USB-C connection here. So you take out the regular module, you put in the GameCube module. You could do the same thing for N64, which would be really fantastic in our space because, I mean, Rob, you cover tablets all the time. Imagine
Oh.
being able to emulate
I was-
GameCube on an Aldo Cube.
That's
or-
all I was
or
thinking about the whole time
Red
when I saw
Magic,
that.
yeah.
I'm like, this is gonna be super popular. I can just see it now. Everybody's gonna want this controller.
Yeah.
Can be used for so many different purposes. It's awesome. I mean,
And the left module, you can swap the D-pad and the
Mhm.
joystick between being on top and bottom. So if you're
Yep.
playing a retro game, you could have D-pad centric. If you're playing a more modern game or cloud gaming, you can have joystick centric. I think this is going to be fantastic for Switch 2 owners, tablet owners. Like, this is a wonderful telescopic controller. I can't wait for this one to
yeah,
come.
and how it does up to like mini tabs, right? I think like
Yeah,
iPad mini
I
size.
forgot the number, but yeah, they're
Y-
talking like 8-inch tablets.
Yeah, they actually had a Y700 at the show, and so they were showing
Oh,
us. how
yeah,
it
you,
was-
you went crazy over the Y700.
they had
It's
the
fun.
white one, which was
Yeah.
cool to see. But I'm like, yeah, no, it does like mini tablet size. So
Yeah.
a lot of use cases. It's just and
The-
knowing how GameSir is with the telescopic controllers, I have a feeling this is going to be a really solid product.
The right module too, like just your face button and analog sticks is also swappable. So you could have a Wii U setup where both analog sticks up top if you
Yeah,
want.
it seems like a
It's
game
kind of
changer.
There was a 6-button layout,
there's
too, on the
6-button
right side
layouts.
for Genesis and fighting games.
Yeah. It's a bit more like vertically oriented than
It's
you would
kind of like
expect.
the
you know?
Ionio style with the Ionio
Right.
FreeOS.
So they kind of got to work with the space they have.
Yeah.
My only thing is like, how is the configuration going to be? So you're in
Right.
RetroArch, you pop it out, you throw in your
Right.
You
N64
have to
one.
remap.
Is all that going to work? Or is it gonna,
Yeah.
you have to remap and have different
like
controller
remap.
profiles?
Because I mean, you have to remap when you're playing like with something with the Xbox or the retro style and
Mhm.
Android.
Yeah.
And sometimes if I was streaming on my RP5 or something, I go back into a game and like, oh, none of the buttons are working.
Like,
Oh,
oh,
what's
great.
wrong with my? Oh, I gotta
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
there is going to be a hiccup for us as users, and just kind of that
It,
experience.
it might have to be app controlled. And plus, they also didn't figure out quite how to eject
Yes.
the modules
It's
yet.
what is it? Magnetic right now.
It's
right?
magnetic
Yeah.
right now, but
The
it was
fit
still a
was
proof
a
of
little bit,
concept.
yeah,
So, like
he had to
one
grab
of-
his iFixit and like
Yeah,
pop
that
one out 'cause it got-
Fudger, yeah. So they did show me one of the early prototypes. It was like 3D printed model, and it had little button things on the side. So they were hoping maybe to have an eject button. that would
That'd
pop
probably
it
be
out.
the
there you
ideal
go.
use
As opposed
case.
to the Ionio is actually mechanical.
Right.
Like,
I'm gonna
lose
seems
that
like
thing.
And
a-
they were
I'm gonna
saying
lose
how
that
they
damn
didn't want
thing.
to do like the whole mechanical approach because
Yeah.
they were worried about it breaking. So
Yeah.
it's just
Whatever.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
because they saw. I mean, they were very well aware of Ioneo's concept, well, not even a concept, actual product, and all the issues that came out with it, and so they're trying to do all the things that didn't go wrong, and kind of bring it over to this controller. So, yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I mean, definitely, it's proof of concept. I wonder.
I think they
if
are
it carries it-
targeting 2026. For release.
Yeah,
They didn't say exactly when, but they said they were looking at trying to get it out this year.
Let's see it.
I
Let's
do
it.
think they're going to have some hiccups, that they're going to have to really address, and it'll be interesting to see how they do it.
Yeah.
I will say that, among all of the controller and handheld companies and stuff, we've spent a lot of time with their CEO, just kind of over the years. Like every time we see him, talk
He's
about his
always there.
ideas and
Yeah.
stuff. He's a young guy, mid-20s, I think, at this point. And he loves retro gaming. He wants to get it right. And that's one of the, of all the people that have in your corner as you're making a controller, is somebody who's obsessed about making sure that those buttons feel right and that they control correctly. And so I'm not saying I trust everything that's going to come out of it, but I at least feel pretty good that it's in his hands.
It is interesting that they partner with Hyperkin on that one. I was
Yeah.
kind of surprised by that because I feel like GameSir on their own, they have the brand recognition, they obviously have the capabilities and capacity to be able to deliver the product. So
I think Hyperkin has a much more established distribution network.
yeah.
They sell at a lot of mom and pop stores.
Yeah, I guess in terms of
Micro
retail,
Center, I see Hyperkin stuff there all the time.
that's probably
And they're
what it
making
is,
their
yeah.
own things. They're making that 7-in-1 console.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm very excited about it. It's probably not going to be the best way to play any of the 7 systems.
Is
but
it a new Retron? Is that what
yes,
they're doing?
it's
Okay.
real. It's their 30th anniversary. It's long. It has slots on top for 4 or 5. It has Genesis, Super Nintendo, American NES, Famicom, and on the side it has Game Boy Advance and a Game Boy Color / Game Boy slot. And I mean, it's a jack of all trades, so none of them are going to be like the best way to play those systems. But I was talking with one of the higher ups there, and I said, there's a lot of people that have compulsions and they like to collect carts, and then they have no way to actually use them. And this is a way to maybe just take them from being shelf trophies to actually playing the games.
And using those things.
I think they've done something similar in the past, but I don't know if they've done both handheld and home consoles.
The
together.
Retron 5, I believe, was the one, and they had the Game Boy Advance slot up front. So So it's 7 different
I
consoles.
think it was 7. It might be 6.
Okay.
Well, maybe different adapters.
Like different region
Hey,
stuff too.
If you like physical collecting still, that's probably the way to go.
Yeah.
It's nice to have like that all-in-one box that can play everything. I mean,
And they've
less clutter.
for a
on TV.
long time they've made like adapters.
Yeah.
So if you want to hook your Super Nintendo up to your modern TV, I think their HDMI adapter is probably
Yeah.
one to use.
Mhm.
It costs a little more, but it actually works.
And on the other side of controllers, we got 8BitDo with the Ultimate 3E, which is like a wireless Xbox controller with a dongle.
Yeah, so this is like they wouldn't tell me this. Like I kept asking them, I'm like, is this the start of the Ultimate 3 line? Like you're gonna have a PC controller? They're like, oh, we are only gonna talk about this one. I'm like, okay, so then yes, like that's how it works, right? But so it's a new design. It's got a Xbox wider grip to it, so it feels more like an Xbox controller and textured on the edges of it, like kind of how some of the GameSirs are. The cool thing about this one, I don't know if you guys saw it. So the faceplate comes off, which I think is the first I've seen on an 8BitDo controller. And inside, you can pull out the D-pad and switch it between cross style or shield style. But the face buttons are a whole 4-button module. You pull it out, put the next one in, either rubber membrane or micro switch.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on what type of you
Kinda
want,
like
retro
the,
gaming, or you want PC gaming.
Mm-hmm. Like the main me, what main me wants to do with the Max.
Yeah.
That's
And
interesting.
so, and they feel rock solid because you're putting the faceplate on and it cements them all into
That's
place.
very
That's
And
smart.
so
really nice.
you wouldn't even know the faceplate comes off until you take it off, And so it's a really
These
tight
controllers
feeling
are getting
controller.
amazing.
TMR joysticks, wireless Xbox with
Yeah,
with a dongle. The new dock has vents in the back of it because they're trying to help with cooling and stuff.
Nice.
A lot of cool ideas. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be around $150, so it's expensive. But that just means we're going to see cheap ones coming out over the next year. So
Controllers blowing it up, getting crazier.
Oh, and Andrew is channeling me from the great beyond. Hyperkin had the Duchess.
Oh,
which is
the
a
Duchess.
giant, just original Xbox
Oh,
style
like the
controller.
Duke?
Oh,
Yeah.
like the Duke.
Oh,
That's really
Duchess.
cool.
He was standing there,
Nice.
and I didn't know what he was doing, but his hands were moving.
He was
looking
trembling.
fun
He
with
was
it.
trembling.
Really, it's
Yeah,
trembling.
yeah.
He's so excited about it.
Yeah.
He's not here to defend himself. I can say whatever.
Fondling.
Maybe you shouldn't have left early, Andrew. Piece
Yeah,
of
Andrew.
trash.
Wow, way to get on the airplane before us now.
You literally put your, I'm not going to say your wife over your bros. And that's against the code, Andrew.
I still love you, Andrew. Call me.
Yeah, you would.
Knew you were going to say that.
Love you too, Andrew. MSI, back at it. The A8.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Finally.
The Z2 chip, right? The Z2 Extreme
yep.
chip.
Extreme.
In an 8-inch form factor. They already released this in Europe. We've been talking about this in the podcast for quite a while, but now you can actually buy it in the States. Best
Buy has a listing up, so keep your eyes out if you're interested.
Well,
they have a I guess pre-order listing there.
We'll-
Not available yet, but
We'll
close.
list that and the also new colors. There's new colors coming for the new
Ooh, yeah, that
for the
green one.
for the
8i.
yeah.
the
That green one
Intel.
was sharp.
Yeah.
So those are
Yeah.
concepts. So those are
The green one is only for other markets, not for the US.
Yeah, we're
getting
Which is
the
such a
white.
pain.
We're
Yeah,
only
we're
getting
only
the
getting
white.
white.
They said
yeah.
they're doing a small limited order though of the green because we were pressing it. I'm like, come on,
Yeah,
come on,
but
give
we-
us the green. That's fine.
It was all six of us.
they made
We
the
all called.
promise. They said.
We
They-
all called like some of the
said
higher
like-
ups from MSI there, and we all said, every single one of us,
Yep.
why are we not getting green in the US?
Well,
Their
the
product
best part is they
manager
asked
was
us which color do we like more, or which one would we actually buy, with our own
Yeah.
money, and we were all like green.
Yeah, we
You know,
all unilaterally
No,
said
no,
green.
I said white.
Oh,
I like my white handhelds.
No fun, Russ. At it again.
Come on.
Didn't you train us? Didn't you train us on having the colorful
Russ.
fun? Look at your
Look how
Steam.
fun! Look how
Your
fun your
logo.
GoS
Yeah,
is.
I
Go
love
S.
colors, but I'm just saying, if I had to choose between that
I
green
I see.
or
how
a
it is.
white
It's-
that I
it's
can
green.
do a lot with, I'm going with the white.
Green. You go with green.
But you know they're not making
just
B
broke
brand
Band's
skins
heart.
for the MSI.
Poor Band.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
C band. I have green.
I believe.
Ban would love the green one. He would have voted green.
Well,
you can play Pico 8 on it.
I will say, now calm down over here. I will say the A8 MSI Claw was more comfortable than the 8 AI Plus, which is super flat back, and you got a nice jutting out badonk now that you get to grip onto.
It was less
in the A8.
rounded on the back. It was
Yeah.
just a very obvious grip. Where
It was
your
bold.
fingers-
It
It was
was-
bold. You
Mhm.
could hold it.
It was comfortable. It was light. It gave me Legion Go S vibes,
Yeah.
but
It was
The
angular.
price.
Well, it was angular.
it was
too.
also very
It
angular.
felt like the original
Yeah.
Xbox Ally in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not Xbox, ROG
It
Ally.
was a little odd how
Yeah.
angular it was. It was like
I kind of liked it
it
though.
was,
I-
it was interesting.
I
Any
personally-
long-term use with it?
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I'm
gotta-
not
I gotta
quite
play with
sure.
one.
I'm with you, Stubbs. I thought it was pretty comfortable.
I liked it, and the speakers. They moved the speakers up
Mhm.
even
They're kind of
more.
closer to the screen, up
Yeah.
towards the controls.
Yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah.
more in your
Yeah.
face, and I found the audio experience just even on the showroom floor just pretty good. So I'm gonna have to explore that a bit for you all.
Yeah, just the price. It was $11.99 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's where it's tough. RAM prices going up,
Like at
hard drive prices.
that point, I mean, I don't know.
Asus raised their
Yeah.
rates now too.
We don't know what the pricing for the X is going to be
Yeah.
if they're going to raise the price, but they did announce they're raising prices across the
Across
board.
the
so
board.
Yeah,
we'll see what it is. You know.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Enjoy those AI videos, everyone.
yeah,
Thanks for taking our RAM.
yeah.
I mean,
Seriously.
I do enjoy them.
I mean, they are. We've done some good
Especially
ones.
the memes of Andrew that I make. I mean, Zoo really
Yeah.
likes them, so
Yeah,
it's worthwhile.
Andrew gives Zoo hugs and kisses.
That doesn't happen in real life, just in the AI world.
Oh, I
Speaking
Yeah,
of
I've-
Andrew getting hugs and kisses, we were at the Genki booth.
oh, how
and
what happened?
they had something that looked terrifying.
Switch
And
grips?
then as soon-
Switch grips?
The switch grips.
Or the
from a
toilet-
distance.
the toilet
No,
incinerator.
we're not talking about that. I was told I'm not allowed to talk about it. Apparently, there was an embargo on it. No, those dragon grips
Oh, yeah.
for the Switch 2. Like from a distance, you're like, that. What is that? Is that supposed to be in the special section that you have to sign
Yeah.
a waiver to get? No, they are the most comfortable grips I've ever encountered in my life, and every single person in the booth was like, picked it up and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it
They're
like
really good.
perfectly. They're
Oh.
like bumped. I put a picture up. Future Zoo. Okay, past Zoo. They perfectly map your fingers in a way that I've never seen a grip do.
Amazing.
It's very cool.
They kind of look like a back of a dragon, so it's called like
Mm-hmm.
dragon back or whatever. Yeah.
And they had what 3 other versions?
Dragon grip.
There's 6 other all together models, and some of those are really good.
And he
you
was
know.
showing us they do them with clay, and
Yeah.
then they rough it out, and then they 3D print based on that clay, and then they put more clay on it, and they go, I don't like to feel right behind this part of my finger, and they go through 3 or 4 iterations before they get to the point where other handheld companies would say that's where we're at right now. Just go ahead and ship it.
Yeah.
They just kept on iterating, palm feeling, iterating, palm feeling.
Pinky feel?
Pinky
Pinky's
feel,
a little bit
hand
out.
feel.
There
No,
it is.
just enough until you get the right amount of movement.
Yeah, it felt like a second generation grip, because they
Yeah.
already released something they called the attack vector.
Attack vector.
And that was just basically like,
Sounds aggressive.
No shade on them, but it was literally like, let's just put some stuff on the back of your Switch too, and then maybe you'll feel better. And this one is just a completely different ballgame. Like it just feels right.
And it's the texture. It's not just the shape of the controller, but the material is right. Like I love D-brand stuff, but a lot of the times it feels a little grainy kind of, and it's a little rough against your skin. Not that this was like very hard, nice plastic feel.
Yeah, a little bit of texture to it, but yeah. I personally love the D-brand texture, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, no, I like it too. It just sometimes it just gets a little. You feel it against your hands
Yeah,
every
it's
now and
gritty.
again. Yeah, that's the word, gritty.
In other news, Asus also is doing things. They're releasing a new Z13 Kojima themed flow, which is nice, gold back, premium, sexy. It just it was awesome.
Yeah.
And they have,
Sure,
they
it's
have
gonna
desk
cost a
mats,
pretty
they have,
penny.
they have custom Kojima headsets.
Yeah, it was
It's a whole thing. It's very cool. Mouse, I think.
beautiful.
I will say the keyboard on that flow looks a little dumb. The way
Oh,
it flares out in the squares.
Yeah.
and
I
like
hate
that,
the
looks
flare.
kinda dumb.
Where's your
I don't
sense
like
of
the-
whimsy?
It looks a little Fisher Price, is what I would say.
I liked it.
I
I
that
personally,
part I don't
I-
like. I agree with you on that.
Tell you what, 4 days
Complete-
we were getting along, and
100
now it's falling apart.
100%,
That's-
100% disagree, Russ. I think that it was a revelation. I think that it looked beautiful. It was very. I felt like I was in Metal Gear Solid 3, and I was crawling through the jungle.
in a box,
And
cardboard box.
It was immersive, but it was the same specs as the other one. There's
the
no reason
suitcase
to
reminds
upgrade.
me of like back in the day, like Money in
When
the
it comes
Bank,
in a suitcase.
WWF kind of thing,
Yeah.
where you gotta yank it off.
Yeah.
I mean, I if I bought that thing, I would never use it. I would be afraid of
Right.
breaking it or getting fingerprints on it. It would be a shelf warrior.
I feel like
Very
it's something you could
expensive
maybe
one.
sell 20 years from now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
Asus's big push wasn't, of course, the handheld stuff. They were pushing this collaboration they were wanting to show us with Xreal. Like that was their main focus this year,
The ROG.
which looked awesome. So these ROG glasses, Xreal XR glasses, and felt good on the head. It looked nice.
Yeah,
So they're called the R1, right?
R1S, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
We met them at PepCom and got kind of a demo. And I was like, I've done a couple XR glasses reviews, and it's a generational step forward as far as you can lock the screen. The screen is you perceive it to be a little bit more forward, so your edges aren't fuzzy. They're not kind of moving. And I used it after I had about 6 or 7 beers, and I didn't even feel a little bit sick. Which
Hell
is
yeah.
more than I could say trying to use XR glasses after a couple beers or no beers sometimes. And it has something in the glasses. There's a chip. It'll render whatever content you're looking at in 3D. So I was playing Mario Kart World, and it was 3D.
That's really cool.
Right.
It was
there's
just-
the
it was
AI
just-
thing.
Right through the cord into the glasses, and there you go.
So it 240 hertz refresh rate.
Yeah.
Which is a big jump. I think the best I've seen is 120 hertz. So doubling that. And yeah, it looks great. It's a little bit like you can tell they are XR glasses when they're on. Some of the other ones pretend to be Ray-Bans or whatever. This wasn't that. It was like full on, very techy. I think they have RGB lighting on the sides.
Yeah.
They do.
But yeah, it's interesting.
It was one of the few XR glasses that did not give me eye strain. Like Ray Neo, some of the older Vitra models, I would only be able to have those for a couple minutes, 10 minutes at a time. But these, it was very comfortable. I was actually surprised by how comfortable, how bright it was.
And they're working with some other stuff. It was in super beta, but
Yeah.
there's some sort of sensor, and you can grab whatever. Like if you're navigating your phone, you put your hand up and you pinch, and that's where you click on your phone, and you move your hand around, and you can I opened up TikTok and was going through stuff in this little booth they had set up, and it's clunky because it's probably like version 0.002 of a beta, but if they get it nailed down, it'd be pretty cool. You imagine the amount of reels I'd be able to send you from my turlet.
I know. We go next level. It'd be amazing. Okay, all right. So that's MSI and Asus. Of the big three, of course, we can't leave out Lenovo. Lenovo is bringing a Legion Go 2, same specs, 32 gig, 1 terabyte, but it's going to be with SteamOS. So I'm guessing the price should be reduced a bit.
Yeah, about
1,200.
150 less.
Yeah.
150 less. Who guessed that one? 150? That exact number? Was it me? I'm not going to take credit. It was me. So what do you think about?
Well, I mean, so you can save $150, get the exact same device, right?
Yeah.
About this.
And then you just put Windows on it. If you really want Windows,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Save $150.
Do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Heard it from
Yeah.
me, folks.
There you go.
Well, you wouldn't save $150, but you'd have to go out and buy
Buy
a
the
Windows
license.
license, right?
You'd
Russell?
have to,
Well,
you'd have to
You can.
yeah,
buy a
something has to
license.
happen.
You can, yeah.
It costs an
You
amount
have
of
to-
money.
there are
is
places-
an amount of money.
You have to put Windows on it somehow.
you can get that little product activation thing on the bottom right.
I
It doesn't
see.
affect your
I
game.
see. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
That's okay. There are ways.
Shareware
Like that, there's
trial period.
there's like little subtle differences, right? Like they replaced the Legion icon on
Which
the
is what
left
they did with the
controller.
Go
S. The
Yeah,
Steam.
which they did with the
Same
Go
thing,
S, which I guess if you really want to, if you already have a Legion Go 2, you could just buy the replacement controller.
It's just nice they're gonna have
Put
stock
SteamOS on it. Yeah.
of something, and they're talking about what
It was
mid-year, June.
June, yeah, which is it's odd because they actually had it on display with it on running SteamOS, so it's what are they?
Must be
waiting
some
for?
software bug thing they got to, or
It's-
maybe the printing on the controller is going to take
Yeah.
time.
They gotta
Yeah.
change something, but
Well, also, I'm wondering how everything that works in Legion space on the Windows version, these buttons on the side and the back, the
That could be where the
trackpad,
software part of it comes into
they
play,
need
where
to
have figure all
figure that out.
yeah, what they're gonna do there.
Yeah, are they going to have FPS mode? Like that's going to
Yeah,
be
that's
Right.
another thing.
Figure out,
FPS
right,
mode.
right.
They have to
So there
iron
are
that out with
nuances
SteamOS.
to
Probably.
this hardware. Yeah.
Mm.
Probably a lot of that development time is gonna be this software stuff.
Mm.
Figure out the mapping and how they're gonna do all that because
Yes.
we'll see.
'Cause unlike a certain other company, Valve actually cares that out of the box it works properly. It's the
Yeah.
key thing here. Yes.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to take too much time because you know who they can have help them?
who?
Kira.
Oh yes,
Oh,
Kira.
Kira.
We learned all about Kira at the keynote, which was in the Sphere. And if you've never been in the Sphere, it's this big old theater, basically.
Sphere.
It's
And
a big
then-
sphere.
Lenovo, Katie, and Jeff from Lenovo invited us in a very intimate setting with about 19,000 other people.
Yeah, there were 23,000 seats total in this venue, apparently.
We got to learn all about the terrifying future of artificial intelligence.
Mhm.
AI, and you will like it, and you will
A
have
future that will have a digital clone of Zoo.
it. Of Zoo. Everyone gets their own
Yeah.
digital twin, they said.
And
So
when
we
they
said,
told
"Oh,
me that,
no."
I said, no, that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
They had some cool
One
guest
of me is
speakers.
more than enough.
They had Jensen from NVIDIA talk.
They had
and
YY.
YY from
YY,
Lenovo and
the guy from
Lisa,
Lisa,
from
Lisa,
AMD.
Dr. Sue.
Lisa Sue.
They had that
Yeah.
poor lady that had lipstick all over her teeth.
Oh, so yeah, let's talk
That's
about this. This is
unfortunate.
big news. So,
Motorola.
Motorola, and
I mean,
she
the
was
biggest LCD screen in the world.
Yeah,
Stunning, what is it, 18K resolution?
Yeah.
Yes, 18 by
She had
18.
lipstick on
Yes.
her teeth. I feel so bad for her.
it was highly
Put it on
detailed.
the
Though
screen.
it was highly
Yeah.
detailed.
Put it on screen.
I will say, so the keynote itself was kind of a slog. So we
Yeah.
were all kind of excited about it. All these people coming in and stuff. I've
It's like
never sat in
2
a tech
hours.
keynote. 2 hours straight, no breaks,
Mhm.
and some pretty boring parts there.
Mhm.
And
some
And they closed the bar during
Yeah.
the entire keynote.
Yeah, they were like, and they were telling us all the enterprise server model numbers, and
right. And I wouldn't say that any of those speakers were gifted orators. Like they're not good at public speaking. So it was just
The
awkward.
NVIDIA CEO was okay.
Oh, Jensen was good.
Jensen
I
was
give
okay.
it Jensen. But we had maybe 2 minutes with him, maybe.
yeah,
You know,
and,
yeah.
and
2
Dr. Sue
hours.
also is very well spoken as well.
And
And
it
then that
was-
FIFA guy.
and then the
The
FIFA.
FIFA animations.
Ah,
We
Oh,
got to put that
God.
on screen. Find a clip of it somewhere.
Somewhere. It's like PlayStation 1, maybe.
But we
early
like
PlayStation 2
regressed. We
tier.
went backwards. What's
was-
happening here? This
it
is
was-
not a good demonstration of
No.
their power of the Lenovo Kira, whatever. And it's just like
It was
No,
something.
at one point, like one of the AI generated players, like their legs
Just glitched out.
glitched out, and like was
the
rapidly
jerseys were
going
like warping across
and
their
forth.
chest, and it was just
through the soccer ball, and the soccer ball wasn't moving.
It was
I think
terrifying.
they put
Yeah.
that in
I
there
was
to-
scared.
They put that in there to assuage our fears.
Like, don't
how
worry.
advanced AI is.
It's
Don't
not.
worry, this is what
Well,
it
I
still
think
does.
you were saying like how you thought at first it was going to be like a before. This is what AI used to be,
Yeah.
and now
Yeah.
here
No.
we are. No, that's just what they're
this is
doing.
how
It was a
Yeah.
strange transition because we went from that vibe straight to Gwen Stefani performing Hollaback Girl, and
And Andrew wanted out of there as fast as possible.
Yeah, he
We
did.
wanted to stay for a couple more
I wanted to
songs.
see she did some No Doubt songs, which was cool.
That was
Don't
cool.
speak about that.
Yeah, we don't speak.
Go get in the bathtub.
Oh, I'll splash the bath water.
There it is.
That said, seeing a concert at the Sphere was
Yeah.
definitely a
The
different
visuals are
experience
awesome.
from
The
anything
visuals are
I've
cool.
ever
Yeah.
I've
They had,
ever
like,
witnessed
Wizard of
before.
Oz.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
a trailer for.
It was also hilarious how Gwen was not prepared to have tens of thousands of introverts watching
Yeah.
her, right?
She's like,
"Why
get
aren't
up
you
and
guys getting up and singing
jump."
and stuff? And then
I was
Russ
the
is
only
like,
person in our entire
The best
section that was
part,
jumping.
the best part about that though
Roll
was
the-
that it
roll the
wasn't
footage,
tens
roll
of
the footage.
thousands. It got cut down in half because half of the
Yeah.
stadium
Half of the people
walked
didn't stay
out.
for her.
all
Yeah,
the corporate shows were like,
yeah.
She came out and it was like maybe like 4,000 people there. She's like, crap.
It was wild. I mean, it was cool.
Our
man.
section was pretty rowdy though. We had some guys that were really into
They were
it.
getting
They
into
were
it. I was getting into
Much
it.
like me, they took advantage of the generous coolers of beer. You just walked up, and the lady said, "You're not allowed to take more than one. So finish
time.
that. Finish
At a
that
time.
before you leave." So I was like, "Rob, Mike, stand here for a minute." And I had 3 or 4, and I took one back.
We have determined that Zoo is most like Bender from Futurama.
Yes.
There's a lot of similarities going on.
Alcohol is
He
my
runs.
fuel.
He runs on fuel. He needs it to power his circuits.
We did. I mean, there were other like corporate swag parties like that. We stopped by like Pepcom, which was interesting. No
Snoop Dogg.
no Snoop Dogg this year.
It
they
was
had a
a,
magician
They
this time.
did have a magician.
Didn't like him.
Illusions. Illusions.
illusionist.
Did that, and
Yeah,
then
he's a magician. He's not a hooer. He doesn't do tricks.
he makes magic.
There it is.
Yes.
I don't know
So
if I'm going to leave that in there. Future Zoo.
well, it's up to you. It's what would you like, whatever you want to do. We also went to the Barcade and met up with other retro YouTubers from the scene. We played different games. We played Switch. We played PS5. Did a lot of multiplayer. Hung around the bar. We kind of do this every year. It's a lot of fun with our
I think
buddies.
it was our
and
best year yet.
Yeah,
It was pretty good.
great.
It was a lot of
Like,
fun.
30 of us or so, something
Yeah.
like that, and just
Yeah,
from across
there
all
were a lot
parts of.
YouTubers from all parts of the world, all different sub counts, like big, small.
Everyone is
Didn't
buying.
matter. Everybody buying drinks.
Drinks.
We reserved a
Popcorn.
VIP room where we got like a Nintendo Switch and a PS5 all to ourselves,
That
which
was
was a giant
nice.
screen.
And hidden perk, those VIP wristbands, 10% off all your beers.
Which was crazy.
That was also cool.
Our girl
Player-
Jessica, she was dressed
Yeah.
up like the Vault Girl.
Player
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
That was good, and we
Arcade.
did a turtle. So we
Yes.
played through Ninja Turtles.
We beat
the
Turtles
We,
again.
we do that every
Yeah.
year,
And
though.
then we
That's our
jumped over to
tradition, yeah.
PS5 and did Shredder's Revenge,
Which was
and
also
so,
Which was good.
yeah.
I like
And
playing
then-
some Call of Duty myself. That was fun with Andrew and Cyber Dopamine.
And we met
Everybody.
some random people. It wasn't like our very first time there. We met
No.
the people we saved their marriage.
Right.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, that,
Yeah.
that
I
happened
had
for
I
sure.
had a random. My daughter's best friend from daycare, her dad was at CES, so I was like, "Hey, come over to the Barcade." We hung out. We had some random guy. What did he do? Healthcare stuff for
yeah,
CES.
something like that.
And he was
Yeah.
interested.
He was
we showed
cool.
him a Medium Mini Plus, and he was like, "My world has changed."
Yeah, I need to know what this is.
How much? How much? And we were like, "Just go buy it online. It's $40."
$600.
And we- and-
Cash right now.
And we were all
It's
buying.
ATM in the corner.
We were all buying each other pizza, and it was delicious.
It's very delicious. And
Very delicious.
Did anyone get a glizzy? I didn't know Mike got a couple.
There was a
Digital
couple-
Jedi.
Yes,
I did
Digital
not have a
Jedi got a
glizzy.
glizzy.
I had
Glizzies.
I ordered. Rob and I shared a giant pretzel, and
Big
then
pretzel.
I don't recall that.
I will say this trip, yeah, that happened. But
No,
this
that
trip,
did not happen.
I learned what a glizzy was. I never heard that word.
Yeah, you did
It's a
ask.
hot dog, people.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
And
It's a
then me
hot
and
dog.
me and RPG Bill, dollar bills, y'all. We did a weird Russian. We were drinking
I
garage
see you guys.
beer out of martini
Yeah, you
glasses.
were.
And so he hit my arm and I spilled a little, and he chastised me, and then he spilled it all over himself. because karma. But we had a good time. RPG Bill's always a
Are you going to
solid
show that
addition.
on screen right now?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. I filmed that.
Russ,
I got to invoice
yeah.
you on that, but yeah.
Well, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You also had something going on with Bill too. Some kind of like I don't know what that.
How did
was.
he try to like do some weird handshake that just turned into a hug?
But then he pulled you in.
Because
He pulled you in for the kiss, though. That
He
was
did.
kind
He
of the thing.
pulled me.
Well,
I had to pull him away. I
it was
said,
a
"Sorry, I'm
distraction, I see.
married." But
And then afterwards,
then he got a little sad, and I bought him a beer, and he was fine.
I just want to know, like, how did
Yeah.
we not remember last year we got stuck in the parking garage on the way out? And this year, once
were
again,
smart
Hey, we learned.
We were stuck.
Yeah, we were smart
We
about it.
bailed.
Yeah,
for
we
failed
time.
early.
pulled the ripcord 2 minutes
remember
in.
what happened.
And then me and Stubbs, we had to go pee in a stairwell. But then we got in an Uber and left.
Yeah, we got out of there.
Pro tip: if you're ever stuck in a parking garage, the law, I don't know about Nevada, but federally, you can pee in the stairwell.
So
I'm not sure that's true.
Well,
but
my counsel,
got
Matt
some
from the
sushi.
Barcade, backed me up on it.
we got some sushi. Then we went over to the Barcade. It was
Russ had a sushi bowl. I had a sushi burrito. The damnedest thing. Well, you don't ever know to come up next. It's crazy.
and I learned that OKS Gamer is much better at Smash Brothers than I. Mm-hmm. We went neck and neck, and no, he took me out. I was expecting to school everybody, and he no, yeah.
We
Don't mess with OKS Gamer and Smash Brothers.
made some new friends.
Didn't you
too.
challenge me years ago to Smash?
You said no. Yeah, no, we
I don't like that game.
we were gonna do it
I'm terrible
online
at
on
that
like a
game.
live
that's
stream,
right.
and
I'm
you
terrible at
said
that
no.
Yeah.
And Mario Kart World, which we were playing as well, a little better at that. That's fun. Yeah.
Stubbs is really bad at Mario Kart World.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was 24th.
24 out of 24.
No.
He came back.
you
and
tried to.
He came
you
back
tried
and
to-
was like, "How'd you get up to 5th?" I was like, "It's just skill, Stubbs."
No, you got 13th.
No,
but it
I was in
impressive.
5th in the second
No,
race.
I didn't see that.
I beat Monto in the second race.
I didn't see that. Well, okay.
What else we got?
Right. So a couple other things that we saw was Ventiva. They're this company making these awesome like passive cooling fans. Uses like ionic power, and it cools down things. Like they had it hooked up to a Legion Go 2.
Yes, they actually like
Switch 2 as
gutted
well.
a Legion
Switch
Go
2.
and they
Yeah.
put it in their Switch 2 as well. It was really
Yeah.
cool to see that.
It kept
cool
them
tech.
cool, and it
Yeah.
was cold.
Do we know what consumer products it's going to be in? I know they mentioned laptops and things
Yeah,
like
they
that.
partnered with AMD for laptops, so
Yeah.
they're launching that. That was debuted here. I didn't go to the AMD booth, so
Yeah.
I didn't get to see it. But yeah, they've got like this new cooling process. No fans.
Yep, it's
Uh,
quiet, and that's the goal of it. Quiet, but it keeps it cool, and you can have the full performance without having to ramp up any fans, and that's the big
and
thing.
so the way they kind of explained it for the Legion Go in particular was like, there's quiet mode and performance mode, and so they said that it's basically the sound of the quiet mode, but the performance
Correct.
of the performance
which
mode,
is awesome.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
OneXPlayer in like the the third party corpo space. OneXPlayer, they have the Apex and the Super X, so like their big old IPS handheld, I think, and then OLED is on their Super X, right? Which is like their big tablet.
The tablet, I don't think it was Oh no, it was OLED.
It was OLED.
Super X
yeah.
is OLED. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. Because it
13
was
or
the point,
14 inch,
It was the point
yeah.
of difference against the Z13 Flow. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Apex was cool. It's on the bigger side. It was 8-inch. I
The
think.
crazy thing with the Super X is they had it hooked up to that liquid cooling, that module that's
Oh, yeah.
separately, and it was just kind of a wild thing to see.
Yeah, I thought it was an eGPU at first, and I was like, why would you put an because
Right.
it's a Strix Halo tablet, right?
Right.
That doesn't really need an eGPU. And I was like, why do you have this big machine? And it was just, they took their water bottle and they started pouring in. I'm like, oh, I thought it was going to
Whoa.
like short out or something. But no, they were just filling the reservoir. It was a liquid cooler. And
It's like
so-
the DeLorean.
Yeah, it goes from 65 watts on its own to 120 watts with liquid cooling.
Damn.
So-
Well, okay. And surprisingly, they didn't have the One X Sugar wallet.
We asked
there.
them about that,
We
too.
did
Yeah.
ask them, and they said
They did have the One X Sugar One. on
they
this
did have the
list.
sugar, the final
Yeah.
sugar, and One X Fly F1 Pro.
Yes,
And
which is a very solid handheld. Now.
yeah, and also the what's the laptop one? I borrowed one, the G1.
G1,
Yes, G1.
And those. Yeah, the One X Spoof was all right.
I was glad that they did have the sugar, and I was glad that I was able to tell the rep. She was folding it and showing someone, and I said, "You're doing it wrong." She was very taken aback. I said, "You have to make transformer noises. Well, you can't just fold it. You have to go."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Shh." I said, "That's a good start."
That's
Which is
That's the
funny. I've
sound
been
she
playing a
made.
lot of Transformers games on my Odin 3. It's a
Yeah.
good game.
yeah.
Also,
You,
that's a hell of a segue.
Doesn't the
Rob.
Sugar One
Just
make
like
noises
the
when you
games, you know?
transform it? I'm pretty sure
Segue
something in
to
the
nothing.
software.
no, it is a good segue because, and it does make noises because
Yeah.
I need to know. So you brought your Odin 3. What devices did we all bring? That's something I wanted to talk
So
about.
I brought quite a few. I brought my Odin 3.
Okay.
This Trim UI brick was actually gifted to me by
Right.
Andrew in beautiful green colorway.
My man.
Before you passed.
I will say I have
Rip
some
Andrew.
Ionic handhelds upstairs. I didn't want to put them out on the table.
Pocket DS.
Zoo. What did you bring, Zoo?
I brought my Odin 3, the same exact colorway, same exact model, I think.
Yeah.
I was playing Game Hub on it. I didn't have a plan for a video this week, but I was having so much luck with Game Hub. Is your phone ringing?
Oh wow. Would you like to join the
Amateur
podcast?
hour.
Oh no, Andrew, what have you done?
I actually brought my Odin 3 raw. Same color option, so I didn't bring it down here. And then I brought this. Hey, it still has power. How about that? That's one good thing
Did you
about
just take a
it.
screenshot?
No, I just turned it on.
Oh.
You have ghosting on yours?
I don't know. I'm not reviewing it.
Correct.
Anyway, I used my Odin 3. I really went to town with Game Hub. I got like 6 hours into Final Fantasy Tactics. Not the PlayStation one. Not the PSP one.
Nope.
Not even the Switch one.
Uh-uh.
It's the one from Steam.
That's right.
How'd I do that? Watch my video.
Voice acting too on the new version.
Yep. Mike, what did you bring?
I brought the Legion Go 2. And I don't know why, it's heavy. I had ambitions, I have a mechanism on mine that I was gonna put it up on their little tray table thing and play some of it on the plane on the way. I never did. But I've been actually enjoying this thing in tabletop mode, just here on this table when we're all hanging out. And I've been playing Yakuza Like a Dragon on it, and I'm still at the beginning.
What's that mean? You were playing Yakuza Like a Dragon, like you.
That's the title of the game.
He's playing it
Yakuza
like a human, but the
Dragon.
name of the game is like a
Yeah.
dragon zoo.
I was playing it like a human, but yeah.
No,
game is
the
like a
name.
dragon.
There's Yakuza 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and like 5.
This
then
is 7.
0.
The 6 too. There's also
This is
6.
7.
Not
Yeah.
the prequel.
No,
So,
yeah, this
Don't
is
do
6,
this.
7.
Don't do that motion.
Apparently, this is the last game in the series to actually use the Yakuza name.
Yes.
They dropped it now.
They
Yeah,
dropped
the,
it
new-
after it.
The new one's like a pirate.
It's just like a dragon and all
Yeah, like a dragon, and
Was the Mafia mad at them?
the Yakuza was mad at him. Yeah, I think they were trying to get away. I think
They're
they were
getting
trying
away
to get
from it,
away
yeah.
from the name because of the stigma attached to it. But yeah, I'm playing. A lot of people call it.
It's like playing Grand Theft Auto. We're not going to call it Grand Theft Auto, the game where you steal cars. We're going to call it Poo Poo Fun Fun Time. Where the
No.
primary mechanism is you steal
We're not.
cars. No, we're keeping that.
Cutting
I'm editing it. We're keeping it in.
and go.
So I brought Legion Go S. So I have the SteamOS version. I got my nice D brand
Beautiful
skin on
stuff.
it. Love it.
Those
brands.
And then a Thor. I ended up only playing the Legion Go S. I'm playing Master Chief Collection again, and Ball
It's
Pit,
ironic because
of
wasn't your
course.
final grade
Yeah.
in the Navy Master Chief?
Exactly. And then thanks. And then the Miu Mini Flip. I brought that. And that was like my show and
You
tell
were showing
handheld.
everyone.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, what is it you do? I'm like, I do this. Boop. And I'd be like, I review these things. And so it's just an easy way to kind of describe, what we
You were
do.
showing the guy at Hyperkin. He was like, oh.
Yeah. They love that stuff.
You guys went to breakfast with Hyperkin.
We did. I had a croissant.
Croissant.
And I got a little sriracha controller as a gift.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got a
That's cool.
mac and cheese controller.
Oh.
Put some shots of those on.
The early
stream.
birds get the worms.
Someone was asleep until 11.
Yes, sir.
Name of Stubborn Pixel.
Recuperating my body so I could be at my
Barcade.
top of my game at the Barcade. Also, if you want RH merch, look. This is our new Oh No line.
There's a new Zoo Reviews line. This is the polo shirt. You can rep your favorite YouTuber at work or at the golf course.
Or you can get retro GameCore merch, such as this number.
Yes, you're going your actual favorite YouTuber.
This.
You son of a bitch.
There are no winners or losers at this game, only people who are better than the others. And
I did just start setting up a Team Retro store.
What the
Is this
I know,
similar
nobody
words
buys-
of wisdom
buy
that
my
Stubbs shared with
merch.
us earlier was quitters don't quit.
Quitters never
Quitters
quit.
never quit.
Quitters never quit.
Quitters never
quitters
quit.
never quit.
What the hell
That's
does that
right.
mean?
You'll figure it out. Okay, so I brought in, I have to say, the Magic X 135 because it's pleasant and it plays up to PS2 and it's so gosh darn lightweight and it can do retro achievements.
And you started about 17 different games.
Yeah, there's a lot to choose from in January because it's whatever you want. So it's
Dealer's pick.
whichever ones I haven't beat
If
yet.
he combines all the
Dealer's
time he
choice.
spent in those 17 games, he could have finished at least the 3 that he needed to.
I settled on Game of the Week. I'm playing it with these bozos.
Did you finish it?
Tico. No, not
Tico?
yet.
It's bad.
It's Toki, not Tico.
It's raw bad.
Toki
by
is
the
like
way.
the monkey.
The
monkey,
monkey,
yeah.
yeah.
That's not
You're a Neanderthal
good.
just turned into a.
It's not
I'm
good.
latched in, man. I'm hooked in. I'm playing my XR
It's
glasses.
not good.
It's
Not
bad.
this.
Shout out Vitcher, Luma, Ultra, and
Stubbs and I are doing the
Radio
same game of the month, which
2.
is Klonoa for Game Boy Advance, which
Yeah.
was a good one.
we are doing Klonoa.
And this
on
let me tell you,
135.
this is coming clutch. I mean, just being able to take it out anywhere and play with it, it's great. You know?
What else comes in clutch with pulling out anywhere is the Miu Mini Plus. So this is the same old one I've had for a long time.
Yeah,
I
don't
just
worry about that.
It's the
You heard
Stubbs
about the
edition.
Mini Plus?
Miu Mini Plus. Shout out to Zoo's original short there. This has been a lot of fun and has a lot of my old save games on it. For instance, Star Ocean Blue Sphere started on here. We're working on that. I don't know. I don't want to admit to anything.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Never.
Mario 3. Although Zeus says I have to start the game over from scratch, even though I'm 7 hours into it.
7 hours into Mario 3?
Yep.
What the hell's wrong with you?
You know, you could beat that game in an hour.
I'm stuck
right?
on a hard part and the color palette's all messed up. I gotta figure it out. Okay. Also, I brought my Steam Deck OLED for just playing overall stuff, doing a lot of Werewolf,
It's,
the Apocalypse,
that is slick.
the Veil,
I love
XR
that.
glasses, also on here, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Klonoa, GBA. Yeah. He's been good. Is that all of us? We get all of us all? Okay, well, I gotta say this. Russ made a detour to Menace Forum to see their PS1 mini PC.
Oh, it wasn't Mini Swarm. That was Ace Magic.
Son of a bitch. Ace Magic
Got him.
has
All the same.
PS1 mini PCs, and Russ made a detour to Menace Forum to look at what they have.
They have a couple new PCs. They're nothing crazy. There's like they have a Strix Halo PC. It's kind of more squat looking. It actually looks like a small desktop. It's kind of neat looking. But then they also have like some more flashy ones, like these like their old Nook ones that kind of look like an upright laptop.
Yeah.
And that
The
one reminds me
Atom
of
Man,
Intel.
I think.
Yeah, I think they call it Atom Man
Yeah.
now, and I think they actually use a different name now.
Oh, they changed it.
Yeah, they just don't know what they want. And then there's another one that's more AMD based with 5060 inside of it. Low profile, but desktop GPU, which is great.
Yeah.
They're getting really expensive. They are not. They're not making those cheap mini PCs that much. They're not showing them at least.
Yeah.
You know, they're really pushing towards like we're like the. I don't know, the Asus of the mini PC world. Like they're trying to go that route, you know.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
like
bummer.
their more budget stuff. You know, keep it around $500. And so I actually spent more time looking at Ace Magic and Geekom and like some of those smaller mini PC folks. And
They're
just
kind of taking over what Miniswarm used to do.
They're like the
Yeah.
scrappy underdogs.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so they're coming out with new designs. That's why they have the PS1
That's
and
PS1.
the NES
The
design.
NES
mini
design
PC.
was very beautiful.
But even with
I
that-
like that.
Both of those are super like high level
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
SKUs.
what's in there?
Yeah.
What-
HX 400.
Oh,
And
Oh,
we asked, I asked, and then Russ was like, Zoo's obviously having problems with this lady. He tried to explain it, she wasn't getting it. We were like, can you just put like an N150 in there? Charge
Like
Right.
a cheap CPU.
It's-
Charge
Especially-
150.
Especially for an NES
You're,
themed mini
you're
PC.
gonna be
Yeah.
playing retro games on there. The cheapest one that'll run Windows basically. And she was just like, no, we already have those in different models. So
They
we might
make
have to
this,
email
yeah,
them.
they make the mold, and they're like, what are they going to play on this? Cyberpunk,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yes.
so let's
Yeah.
put this-
My NES plays Cyberpunk, you know.
And I mean, if they
Time
had
over
like
next YouTube
a
video.
super low power chip in there and it looked like an NES and it cost like 100, 150, that'd be
Yes.
an easy recommendation. Like you want to play all
They
your old
would
games,
do
you just
very
get
well.
this.
It would sell
Put
very
Botacera
well.
on it and call it a day.
Oh yeah, with Botacera, that thing would be a beast. It would look nice in the living room in the entertainment center. Yeah, I
So
agree.
it's they made it so it's something you don't want to hide behind your TV.
Yeah,
Like normally you would just zip tie it to the back or
Yeah.
put it on those
put it
All
on the
that
base
stuff.
of
the
the
mount,
yeah,
Sure.
mounting holes, but I want to see it.
yeah.
no, that's fair. And
It,
no,
did, it look beautiful.
you know what else looked beautiful is my arcade. They made a mini arcade that was under $300 USD.
She told me she wouldn't tell me what it was, but I said, "Can I say it's under 300?" And she said yes, and I said, "That's great." And then I walked away and I told Andrew they're never going to sell it.
Was Quinlan selling it?
No, she's gone.
She's gone?
Which I haven't seen her in the last.
Well,
3
they
years.
dragged
Yeah,
Russ.
she's been gone for a long time.
Though they dragged Russ out to the desert, so is they gone like Russ? Have they replaced him, or is he still alive?
Is he artificial Russ?
I don't
Is,
know.
is it Russ's twin? Did Kira make him?
Is it his AI twin?
PC
Is it-
World
No.
dragged him out of the house kicking and screaming this morning, and he came back all calm, and it was I don't know what happened in the hours.
I guess
since.
we'll know.
I don't like this line of questioning.
Why I'm wondering
Well.
if that's the case, what happens to Tech Dweeb because they're the same.
It's actually Techdweeb.
Oh.
Is how
Oh, we saw it. We saw Tetch.
We saw him.
Tech.
He was
We
trying to
did,
hide. but we
yes.
saw him.
Yeah, we
with
caught
his
him.
with his sweater. With
Yeah,
his,
that's
His
how we- that's
bodyguard.
how
His
we knew.
bodyguard was not amused.
But then we
though.
saw
He came
Russ.
after us.
Yeah,
and they were
Just
two
give me that
separate
look.
bodies.
Yeah. So just to be clear, they just saw a guy with an orange and black striped sweater and then made this whole story up about
Hey,
it.
have you ever seen his face?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks at it every day
So
in the
it
mirror.
wasn't him?
Yeah.
It was not.
I put a tracker on him.
Okay, well, I'm going to find
Is
that
that
guy.
what the Apple tag's all about?
Yeah, we're gonna
I keep getting
interrogate him
notification that it's following me
Yeah,
around. I'm
well,
not
Well, that
worried
was
about
me. That was my wallet.
They said it wasn't
Are you
illegal.
sure?
Maybe it was Tech Dweeb. I don't know.
Okay.
Tetch tweet.
Touch Dweeb.
Touched web.
Touched web.
Anyways, it says
French.
It says here that he's on the way to us right now, so he's listening in.
Uh-oh.
So
We did see people rioting in front of the Venetian about Chinese spyware. It was interesting.
we did see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was interesting.
Ironically enough, they were filming themselves doing it on their smartphones.
Chinese-made
Already
products.
Full of
Well,
Chinese spyware. Allegedly.
and allegedly, there's also a new product coming to market. We saw at PepCom, of course, which would be the music bone conduction based lollipops.
Oh.
So they had lollipops that taste like Akon, and
And Ice Spice.
Tastes just like Akon. Blue raspberry flavored Akon.
Oh.
Why? That's
No, we're leaving that in.
Yeah, leave it in.
I have full editorial control.
That's what scares all of us.
I'm gonna do all that brain rot like zoom ins.
Oh,
they had these
I'll get you
lollipops.
brainwave stuff.
They had these
That'll be good.
lollipops. There was a peach flavor. There was an Akon flavor. I mean,
This is our fourth take. We're leaving it in. It was Akon flavored. Keep going.
blueberry flavored. Blueberry. It was
Akon?
shaped
Akon
like
tastes like
Akon.
blueberries.
It played Akon music. Get it together.
Every time he says that, I think acorns, like he's a chipmunk or something.
Acorn flavored.
The Acnus,
Tasted really bad.
the Acnus flavor, and then it would, you'd put it between your molars, and
Back
you-
molars was best, and it would conduct it through
Conduct it.
your bone and your
and so you'd have this
temple.
Akon song playing on loop, or the peach flavor one, which played like this other song.
Yeah, they said, what kind of music do you like? And I said, do you have a Creed one? And she said, no. And I said, well, I guess I'll stay.
Yeah, this peach flavored.
But I tell you what, I was 6
It
feet
was-
from the edge,
Amazing. Yeah.
and I was thinking, I'm gonna
So
get out of here.
we were sitting around looking at all these things and just listening to tunes.
Speaking of that, the Handy Mark II was also there.
All right.
It has a 5-hour
Anyways,
battery.
just-
okay, and then
Let's just rep. If you want to keep it under an hour.
so these are the things that we saw at CES 2026 that stood out to us, and we're like, yeah, hell yeah, sure, this is happening now. So we'll be unboxing some of these things. We'll be reviewing some of these things this year.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just getting into nonsense. Any other happenings that we want to bring up? Anything? Rob,
Quick best
did.
worst of show. Your
Oh.
favorite, and then,
Sure.
then least
Yeah.
favorite thing you saw at the show. Find out. Quick.
that robot was concerning when it crushed my hand.
And when you
So
sicked
worst,
it on
worst
me,
for you then.
No, that was the worst.
Never gonna live that down. I'll start. So my favorite was probably the. I really like that GameSir wheel controller. Like
That's cool.
I really think that's going to be neat. I thought it was going to be the modular one, but I really like that kind of new experience with that. My least favorite was going to the Sphere and listening to billionaires tell me how to use my computer.
Yeah.
Like it was fine like the first 5 minutes, but then they just kept going about how it's going to transform our lives, and I was like,
Which is
"Man."
really
With
funny
your
'cause
permission.
Yeah,
With your permission.
With your permission, 100.
The
They
best
they
part
really
of all
hammered
this
that
is though,
home.
that Dell, of all companies, are the ones that realize that consumers don't give a crap about AI. And they actually came out and just said that. And it's interesting because Lenovo went the very opposite end
Right.
of that. So
Yeah.
it's interesting.
So that was my favorite and least favorite.
Fair.
Yeah. What? Dude?
Oh, we're going to mix it up. My
Yeah.
favorite, I think, was the Xreal glasses, just because, like I said, you can anchor them. And there's also, like, a slow follow, so when you move your head, it's not like, and like overshooting it. It kind of, like, lags behind a little bit, but in a way that makes it so you don't get sick. I'm really excited about them. I was badgering them the entire time for a review unit, so we'll see. I might buy myself, who knows. Least favorite, probably was chicken tenders. We got at the food court.
Oh yeah.
See,
I mean,
we
I
went
know we're
burgers.
in the
We-
desert, but that way we're pretty dry. I think I chipped it too.
It's fair.
Also, least favorite was Mike.
I don't know why you don't like me.
Let me make a list.
I mean, it would be helpful so I
Rob,
can get better.
Rob, what's yours?
Rob, answer
My
the question.
favorite was the Hyperkin GameSir collab controller. I just
Oh, yeah,
think the
baby.
potential of that is very exciting. As someone who really enjoys telescopic controllers and the mini tabs and all of that. This is something I'm very excited about. I think a lot of people are also very excited about. People were asking me questions already just on the Discord and stuff. So I think there's going to be a lot of interest in it. And I'm curious to see how they actually nail that final product with it. And in terms of the worst thing I saw, the robots, I think. Just super cringy. I feel like it's cool as a demonstration, but to what end? What does this do for us? How does it improve our lives?
And even some of them, like the one was doing Tai Chi, and there was a
It's
guy
like, but
behind him with a
why?
PS5 controller.
Right.
And it's like, is
right.
he really doing it, or is
Right.
he just...
Even the one that
we saw this crap 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
why are we keep seeing
Correct.
this?
Yeah.
Like we saw like the robotic dogs back in the day and all
Right.
this stuff. This is not new.
This is
and it's
not.
interesting because like even like when Stubbs was like holding the mic and giving the command, there's a guy in the back like
He's doing
he's
something.
like punching
He's
stuff on
doing
his
something.
tablet.
What's
and
he
it's like,
doing over there?
But the other thing too is like,
God.
so they command it to dance and it's like, okay, cool. It dances in front of you, and what?
Well,
what else? You
they,
know?
they did have a fully functional robot bar, and the robot the arm would go
That's-
around,
that's-
get your drinks,
that's
mix your drink
That's
for you,
what-
and then
yeah.
deliver
Yeah.
it to you.
The way I look at it is like, I can't believe like we're gonna spend all this time and energy and money and then have a dancing robot. But I've never sat in my house and been like, I wish I had a robot dancing in front of me
Yeah.
right now.
I really
like, it's
need
not
it.
fulfilling a need.
No, they should have had those robots
Well,
like serving beer.
That's what I mean. Now if
So
you could
walking around
command
with food
it,
trays, I'd been like, that's impressive.
Correct.
They were, weren't they?
no.
Those
At
are-
the Lenovo?
Those are people.
Really?
Yes, those were people.
Stubbs.
Are you
Come on.
serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, what was your favorite and least favorite of?
I mean, I'm gonna go along with Rob. I liked the GameSir Hyperkin collaboration. I think that was probably the most exciting part of the whole show. Everything else I felt was kind of rehashing the same thing
Yeah.
over and over again, and just newer chips, like slightly different designs.
Yeah.
And that just stood out to me as
And even Russ's
Yeah.
pick too. I mean, I just
Yeah.
think GameSir in general is just they're
Yeah.
cooking. I mean,
And
they really are. Like they're doing cool
controllers
stuff.
in general are awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
APTO's controller was crazy. Like, it just feels like that was the most exciting part of the show. Was
That,
just
which
like
is kind of wild. The
accessories.
accessories, yeah.
yeah, not so much
Accessories
like,
were king this year.
not so much the PCs or the handhelds or anything. It was all the accessories.
And I wonder if it's because we're not at endgame, but I mean, some of the stuff we have, it's unless you want to play
it's good
something,
enough.
Yeah, unless you want to play something super heavyweight, that you need
It's
a
gonna be
dedicated
alright.
battle
And I think a
phase,
lot of
it's
companies
fine.
realize they
Right.
can kind of drag the
Well,
product lines out
yeah.
a little bit because of everything that's going on, and I think they can get a little bit more life out of these products. And so we saw a lot of the same things.
I
And
mean, how long was the Steam Deck? It's still
Still going,
It's still on
yeah,
the
it's
Steam
still
Deck.
enjoying it right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I will say my favorite thing, like my favorite item, was probably the Claw A8, the green one. Come on, MSI. But my favorite thing from CES was the friendship at the
course.
Barcade. Just that was cool. Just having our own little space this year to just hang out, and it was just nice seeing everyone.
That's what I
catching
always
up
tell
about,
the guys. Like, honestly, this stuff is cool to see, but just being able to hang out with everybody
Yeah,
is just
I
we're
agree because I mean we talk and we collaborate throughout the year, but to actually be able to get together in person and
like
share meals and
just talk,
Break
just
bread.
talk,
Yeah.
break
Eat
bread,
pizza.
yeah, and
Indian food.
talk about the industry and what we like, what we
Big
don't
old
like, what
Oreos.
works for us.
Mike, what was your least favorite?
My least favorite was Zoo sicking a robot on me.
It wasn't me, bro.
Stubbs.
All right, ask me again.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Mike, what was your least favorite thing at CES?
Honestly, my least favorite was Stubbs sicking a robot on me.
Sorry.
Robots again.
Robots.
It's always
And that's
the
the thing,
robots.
like, we waited in line.
You threw a Reese's peanut butter cup
Right in
Oreo
his face.
mashup right at my face.
And his glasses.
I was wearing my glasses because you said
You
who
held
wants
your
one?
hand up like
yeah,
you wanted
said who wants one, and I put my hand up because I wanted one,
Safe to say, Stubbs' death.
but I couldn't see because I
perception
was
is not
blind because I
there.
had XR glasses on with a dimmer on and whatever. And
I thought he was
and it
putting
hit me in the face.
putting your hand up to catch it.
Yeah, 'cause
I
I
threw it
wanted
at
one.
your hand.
So you're saying that these two athletes couldn't
He stabs his hands here. Mike throws it. It's going down there.
Up top.
Completely opposite
I
direction.
mean, to be fair to you, Stubbs, I probably should have realized that you had the glasses on.
I'm pretty sure it hit you in the face already, and then you put your hand up.
Well, whatever the chain of
That's Stubbs'
events.
least favorite part of
Han
CES.
shot first.
Well,
But-
we're even
all
because
right.
you sicked the robot on
We're
me.
even, so there you go.
You waited in line to sick that robot on
It was
me.
a lot of fun. The lady from CNET was very confused.
Oh yeah.
But more than that, the worst thing, though, of course, that happened was needing to wake up early to go do things. And
I have a second worst thing. I almost got my hair cut by some AI thing,
oh no,
and I totally bitched out because I saw a guy in front of me getting his hair cut. Oh my god. It looked like it was some crazy person just with clippers. There were like uneven tufts of hair like falling off the side of his head. And they were doing this side. I didn't see it at first. And he turned his head, and I saw it from the side. I looked at Andrew and Russ. I said, "Let's just leave. Let's just say we're gonna go. We'll be back in a little bit." And then I looked, and I was just like, "Let's just."
But
just
by
walk.
far the
Just walk.
worst, by far the worst thing was the keynote from Lenovo in the Sphere. I liked seeing Gwen Stefani sing, but
The keynotes were
the
rough.
keynote was
Like all of them. I mean, not just that one. They
was
were not good.
it was
They were not.
it was something else.
It was bananas. BANANAS.
And with that, everybody, we're going to get out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Leave your comments, your questions, your concerns, honestly, in the comments below or in the live chat, 'cause I think we are going to be live premiering this. Hello, live chat.
I'm gonna be watching
We're
this
here
airport.
live.
And
Maybe on the plane.
Andrew is well. He's well. He's fine.
He's well. He's
not
okay.
well. He pooped like 18 times in the last
Yeah.
3 days.
He gets a nervous travel stomach, like me.
Got a shy bladder too.
Well, anyways, I want to thank you all once again so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to stay in the know for all of your favorite retro handhelds. And a special thanks once again to our channel members, our patrons, and our subs who make everything here possible for us. Perks with RH start for as little as how much, Zoo?
What, $2.99 a month?
Per month. Join us in our Discord to chat and play the latest video games. Choose whatever you want. January, pretty much. Any games you haven't beat that have been Game of the Month that aren't also Game of the Year nominees
There are
for
some
2020.
provisos and quid pro
There's some
quos.
check the rules in the Discord. And once again, I want to thank so much Mike from Team Retro for joining us today and Russ from Retro Game Court. Check them out, their channels in the links below. And of course, throughout the Retro Tech Dad. My illustrious co-host and even Zoo from Zoo Reviews is all right every once in a while. Andrew, we're sorry that you couldn't be here. We love you. And and until season 6, we're going to be off for a few weeks here, everybody. So we will see you regrouped in a couple of weeks, where we see what sort of trouble we get into then. Till then, this has been Stubbs on behalf of all these dudes, and honestly, you all out there, wishing you a happy New Year, and take care of your handhelds and each other. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.